June the 1st, 2019, still back, same video, just a little part 2 of it, but you see they on their job, man. Project Whiteout, block the sky at all costs necessary. But they saying they chemtrailing and blocking the sky because the sun done got too hot and it's gonna burn up the earth. Yeah, right. What are they terraforming it for? Remember, what was this movie back in the day where we basically terraformed the planet form and they started coming through the dimensional rift, which so happened the dimensional rift happened to be up underwater. Yeah, you like that scenario. It was called Pacific Rim. Yeah, and those other tenants, those other dimensional beings, yeah, we terraformed it for them, and they start to come through, sending their little soldiers and crash dummies to see what we was working with. Basically the same thing. Even General Zod off of Superman, when they remade the movie, he came back. He was trying to terraform Earth for what? Krypton. So yeah, there's a lot of planets, movies that's involved with terraforming, extra-dimensional things. We can't forget about Stargate. That is so throwback, and they've been told us that they found portals back in Egypt, you know what I mean, and technology. Look at Apocalypse. Apocalypse in Sabanur. He was one of the first mutants. He found some alien technology. He was raised by Baal in the desert. Egyptian warrior. Then he rides around with a triangle pyramid spaceship. Then when they drop the movie, look at inside Manure. Come on, man. What is up with that? Then here come Dark Phoenix. Terminator, Dark Fate. Let's go, man. They dropping them. Endgame, we was already here. They dropping them like hot flies. The Lion King, here it go. The King of Judah is coming. What is y'all talking about? The lion head. Look at all the logos popping up with the lion and the crown. Man, listen, man, I'm on all this, everything. It's just a universal thing where you just gotta be open, man. My eyes look like they closed, but guess what? They can be closed all they want to. But long as this one right here in the middle, and long as this heart right here got an eye, man, I'll never be blind. That's the cold part about it. I would never be blind, and I love to see and know what's going on. They got us distracted with the ground tactics. Everything that's hitting the ground got us blinded to the fact what's going on up in the sky. But at the same time, we got to look at everything in a whole. They going to war with Iran. We done that before. What's the reason not? We made them burn up their oil fields when we was trying to jack them for their oil. We was in Afghanistan. We know Afghanistan was the world's largest opium deposit, so where do you think all the opioids come from? Yeah, we got the heroin, we got the Xanax, we got what, the Lortabs, the Lorcets, the Narcos. Yeah, we got all types of goddamn pharmaceutical drugs because we went over there and took over them Afghan farms and they poppy fields and created all our pharmaceutical drugs. Now we have an opioid problem. So, in them C-130 jets with them goddamn 55 drum gallon barrels, what do you think is in them? All? No. You can put a bunch of dope in the muds and bring them back. Yeah. They showed that on American Gangster. Hey, man, it's so much. I don't know why people just want to be closed off and be stuck in a fantasy world. I live in a fantasy world. And when I mean I live in a fantasy world, I know how to travel through their bullshit, man, through their matrix. And decode it. That's what if you pay look, watch the Matrix all of them over again, man. It's programs to govern other programs. It's agents running the system. Do you think a teacher is gonna teach their kids in a class about chemtrails? Or are you gonna teach us in a class, or a history teacher is gonna break down the etymology of the word planets or plantis? From the Greek etymology, where it came from, and in the whole totality, the word means wandering star, but they got us thinking that the word planet means big ass goddamn ball with another goddamn landmass or gas planet, when these ain't number wandering stars, massive lights, a living entity that the Creator created, and He gave them names. So yeah, if you don't go back to the root and the etymology of things, how will you just be able to accept all the things that you have been taught right now, present day time? They handed you the globe and told you that your earth was round. They told you that we had 9 planets existing in our solar system. Then, as of 2008, they dropped the ball and say Pluto was too small to be a planet. So we had 8. Then 2012, they pick it back again and says, no, Pluto is still a planet, but it's just a dwarf planet. Then they tell you, I can't remember the exact years, around in like 97, 98, that we got 3 more moons. We got Makemake, Haumea, and Creon. We got 3 other celestial moons that's in our solar system that pass by the Earth, but they so small you can't see them. I beg to differ. Then what are those other shadows and other small figures that look like the moon in the sky when the moon is not up there? Or what is that other little non-figure that has no light to it, but you can still see it next to the moon? Hey man, it got to be something, but am I the only one seeing this? No. Other people seeing this is recorded, but it's channel 13 down here in Houston gonna tell you, it's channel 26 down here in Houston gonna tell you, it's channel 39, 11 or 2. These are all our media channels in Houston. Are they gonna tell you this? Are they gonna broadcast you there? They gonna tell you the main stuff like the 500 hurricane, just like the lightning, man. Get inside your house if you hear the lightning strikes because it's too close. Yeah, they popping that hawk, just busting that mud, just charging up the molecule, the aluminum, the branium, the citranium, all these the other chemicals. I forget the other ones, but man, I'm trying to keep them in memory and order, man, just so I can have this stuff on record. So when I do get to spitting these facts to people, go back and trace it. Just like I said, the extinction of the honeybees is gone, no pollination. Look at all the food going up, the floods where they flooding the main lands in the United States where all our goddamn crops grow. What? You keep the sun blocked. Very essential to all our health, really, because the skin and the body needs the melatonin and DNA, especially us. We don't get sick from it. The UV rays don't hurt us. We don't put sunblock, you know, but I can't say all of those people are bad because even those have souls. It comes to understanding, man, this is a global thing. That we are coming up under this flat earth with this dome. The water on top of us is something else that we really can't understand. Basically, okay, let's just jump around a tad bit. You know what I'm saying? I like to jump and go in circles and do a lot of things because my moon sign is a Gemini, so that gives me multiple split personality, a 360 times 4, which is a 1080, and you drop it back down, it's always gonna come back to 9. You know what I mean? So that's divine and that's real. So let's think about if I'm training for anything. I'm training for baseball. I'm gonna do baseball related things. I'm gonna train on the field, get me a stick, hit me a tennis ball, a baseball, a glove, slide, you know what I'm saying, football, vice, same thing. I'm gonna have me a helmet, some pads, train, do drills, run plays and all that. So basketball, same thing, try to make baskets, work on my dribbling skills with a ball, you know. So boom, we train in martial arts. I'm gonna find me a practice partner spar. We gonna learn our forms and all that. We gonna have certain scenarios where we have to take on multiple targets and all that, right? Same thing, military. Okay, if we have a scenario where we have to go fight an enemy in the desert, we're going to get combat training somewhere around this planet or right here in our own backyard in the Mojave Desert somewhere and get a simulated training, right? To be closest to what we're about to experience. So all that is going to be basically balanced out. So think about everything that you have to train for. I don't care if it's Olympics, flips, training a draw, but everything that you train for is going to have something simulated required on the same guidelines as training. Now, let's get to this entity called NASA. Rocket scientists, astronomers, astroautologists, all cosmetologists, cosmonauts, all these fancy titles, all these things that these people train for, right? But what is the greatest substitute for so-called the blackness, the cold void infinite vastity of space, where there's nothing but darkness and a bunch of lights and stars and other galaxies attached to it. This is the picture they paint for us, with billions and trillions and other different planets and other life forms and races. This is how they've been giving it to us on the TV screen, the movie. This is what's been embedded psychologically in our brain through the screen mirror, which is called a TV. I'm looking at a screen mirror. It's a cell phone. You know it. Your screen is black. Look up what a black mirror is, Lord. Look up what a screen mirror is. Then you'll come to find out your TVs and anything that has a screen is not too far from a screen mirror. Can you conjure up a TV show that you want to watch? I guarantee you can. Just put on Netflix, or you got a Fire Stick that's hacked. You can conjure up any damn thing you want. Yeah. But let's jump back onto this subject. NASA, they train for outer space. Weightless, supposedly no gravity. That we know gravity don't exist. Come on now, we not on the elementary. So that was just a theory, and that shit been busted up so many times. You see them birds and planes flying, and balloons just take off when you blow them up with helium. What the fuck? Gravity, my ass. But anyway, NASA trains their astronauts to go out of space in a big ass fucking swimming pool. Water. Water, water, water. Look at the training videos. They don't send them out of space to train in weightless gravity or to do flips and tucks and wire tricks and shit like they be doing in the so-called space station. Yeah, them goddamn wires. Them motherfuckers did so many backflips and fell off the wire. Oh, yeah, before I get back to this water training, there's a video that they got of the people in the space station working. But answer this: how do you get not one but two moths inside a space station, outer space, when the astronauts supposedly are floating around, but they floating around on the cable, but you got moths flying through this bitch? I'm talking about like they just right here on Earth. Well, they was on Earth, in some goddamn recluse place up underground. Hey man, listen, that shit is fake. We know the astronauts not up there. Goddamn it, we make all the X-Men, Superman, goddamn me, Captain America take off running and jump over a whole goddamn house with a green screen and a wire cable. So yeah, man, yeah, you know, it's Hollywood. They can fool your eyes any damn time. The most GFI ass pictures of the Earth in this round. The motherfucking goddamn picture of Earth change every fucking year. The motherfucker been changing for 38 years, and that's how long I've been here. This time. But no, man, NASA, they train the astronauts in water. So how can you compensate water for outer space if they don't think outer space is conducive to water? They believe in the Bible. They know it been rewritten. They know they done switched and added a couple of things to it to take people's focus away from the real thing. But in one part, you can't change, because the word firmament was added in the Bible, because the word dome was actually was there before firmament, and it means the same thing. But he says he placed the waters up under the waters and divided the waters from the waters. So we have the waters that's up under the earth, we have waters that's on the earth, we have waters that's above the earth, and then he said there was a sea above the earth, which was heaven, and that's where the throne was. So, and also it states that the earth does not move. The celestial bodies such as the sun and the moon and all those other wandering stars, they move, but the earth, it does not move. And it says the earth has a hemisphere, so a hemi is half, and a half of a sphere is a dome, so it's sitting on something flat, so we have a canopy over our head. Even the ancient Egyptians had a picture of someone depicted of a canopy, and the stars were in the firmament, and the other celestial bodies were. Why haven't y'all read the book of Enoch? It talks about the sun and the moon coming in and out of portals. And then the south and the north, it has different windows. I know this because I have read it. And there's a lot of things people choose to neglect not to go find or to read. But they know this. They know it's water. They've been trying to blow a hole in the dome since forever. This is why these wars have been started since forever. This is why technology is steady being upgraded since forever. Do you think weather and geomodification and man-made storms just started? This is new. This is nothing new. This is old news. It might be new to the people that don't understand that, but they've been having weather applications starting since the 50s. Yes, it's always been a race, and it's not really based on just race and color, but I don't know what these people are or what they think, because they don't care about no one. They smash white people, they smash Europeans, they smash Mexicans, they smash Moors like myself, or if you want to label yourself a crayon as a black man, especially standing on this this corporation called the USA, man, they tearing this mud apart. You know what I mean? In other countries, they feeling it too. So, man, like I said, it's a universal thing. It's just not stuck to a color thing, because, man, if color was the fact, then why is everybody being eradicated? You know what I'm saying? And think about a lot of places where a lot of these natural disasters at, and to me, I'm open-minded. And it's a lot of my brothers out there, and it's the Europeans. True enough, we know the truth about it, but at the same time, they might be 3-ether, but a lot of them might not be 3-ether, because there's a lot of them that spit a bunch of truth out there, and if it wasn't for some of them, I wouldn't have a lot of information too, because they have a lot of resources. They have the finances, you know what I'm saying? It's just like we was the ones who created chess, and if you're not playing the chessboard how you supposed to play the chessboard, then what's the use of even playing it, man? It's strategy. Every pawn that has a potential to be a what, and the good king can use those pawns. I am a god. I don't have to be in direct contact to utilize other people's ability and resources as my own. It's a talent and a skill that was already embedded. So I don't want to run this one too long, but yeah, the water, check it out, man. They don't, it's water up there, and these other celestial bodies, they just swimming through it, doing their thing along their course. But y'all catch me on my YouTube. Y'all already know, hit them like buttons. I'm trying to get it up. It's Houston Skies. We watching this over here. I'm watching it. I'm doing what I need to do. So, you know, if you like it, you do. You don't, you don't. Yeah, but there's other people that's doing the same thing that I'm doing. You know what I mean? Don't judge me because the content of my hue, you know what I'm saying? Don't deny me my heritage and my right, because I know what type of essence I have dwelling inside me. This ain't the first time I've been here. I'm too old for this. And I ain't talking about the physical old. I'm just too old because I've been here a couple of millennia, you know what I mean? So in all my other previous and past lifetimes of understanding, man, I done been a fighter, I've been a warrior, I done been a general, I've been a leader, you know what I'm saying? A poet, an architect, a builder, a craftsman, a singer, all these things that I know that I have inside, and I just try to resonate, like, where did these talents come from? Or some of the talents that I have, are they being diminished because I actually forgot who I was back then and I didn't recognize those things? So a lot of talents that I have, I feel like I haven't reached the epitome of them, or they haven't transcended to that level that I need to do. But now I can start to get my eyesight on those things and try to enhance them, because I know they were there. And me always having the answer saying, why do I know certain things? And I have no answer for why I know certain things, because I already knew it. We already knew it. We was here already. We done this before. There was nothing new up under the sun. I done ran across, listen, man, kinfolk, I seen you last night at the club, such and such. What? I don't even go to club. Man, it was you. Dude look just like you. Face how? No, wasn't me. I stay at home most of the time playing my video games, or researching or reading or drawing or something, you know what I'm saying, or kicking it with my fam. That's what I do. I don't go out. Man, couldn't be, man, that man looked just like you. But it goes to say, man, how many faces do you have on this planet? How many entities do share the same energy or vibrate like you, and just might have some of the same physical features as you, you know? So we all connected in a way. I've been here. And it's just like the multiverse, man. There's more than one version of you. You done been here. Explain why some guys want to be women. Or explain to why some women want to be men. Past and previous lifetime, they were before. And before I get off with this one here, and it's crazy, it was this episode of Living Single back in the day, right? And you know about Maxine, yeah, the little fine black one, yeah, big booty, everything was put on the clothes, but that's off the topic. But the sister had like a little issue with men, and you know, but it came up to the point, and she had went seen this like spiritual doctor or shaman, and the sister told her that she, like in her previous lifetimes, that in all the other past lifetimes, her past 23 lifetime, if I'm not mistaken, the episode was her past 23 lifetime that she lived, that she was a man. But in this lifetime, as she come back as the character as Maxine, on the show she was a woman. So that's why she always had that like, I'm this stiff woman, or you know, I'm gonna be that dominant woman and no man can tell me this. Or she had, you know what I'm saying, like the tomboyish traits, but she was still feminine in her own way because it was her time to be a woman. Just in hypothetical saying, and just look at how times are nowadays. She was a man 23 times before she was a woman in this lifetime. She couldn't explain it why, but someone helped along the way. So man, so I'm just saying, look at it. Sometimes it don't be the case that our daughters or our sons, you know what I'm saying? When I say that, our daughters, our sons, really correlate to our family. When we have nieces, nephews, someone in our family who grows up like in the opposite sex. It's not the fact that, okay, in some cases it are some sorry punk motherfucker that go from male to female, then got a hold to one of our children at a young age and mentally change the course of how they look at people sexually. So this young man or this young lady might love boys because of this dude turned them on to that, and that's what he think it is. Or this girl might like these other girl because she might got turned on to that way, or vice versa. You see what I'm saying? But if that child has a good home, a good upbringing, parents taught them everything, you know what I'm saying, just the typical stuff, and never been molested or anything traumatic happened to that person in any type of physical nature, but she or he chooses to be or acts like the opposite sex. He chooses to be gay or act like a girl because that's what he feels like his energy inside is. And in those previous lifetime, that man that was a boy in this time is at a crossroad. He's struggling, so he was a woman, but that energy from his previous life is still inside that body. The same thing for that woman who figures that she wants to be a stud, to be that dominant, or she think that she's that man. It wasn't that she's not a woman, it was just she was a man in her previous lifetime. That's all, man. We all, the woman's are the creator, but I know one thing about man, we share an XY chromosome, and it makes us masculine and feminine. And if you want to get back onto the Bible, and this verse really sums it up all, because it's basically easy, and people just take a lot of stuff out this book and just blow it out the water and don't have no understanding of it. They just reading the book just to be reading that mud and catching some false ass energy. But it says, this is what it says about this God in this Bible on how he constructed Adam. He said he created him and her, and he called their name Adam. He said he created him and her, and he called their name Adam. So he was talking about the XY chromosome, which makes us feminine and masculine, and he called their name Adam. Adam represented the physical form of the man, or the atom that gave us the XY chromosome, which was the genetic makeup of the physical form, which you call man or flesh. But people wouldn't even understand that. But like I say, it's simple mathematics. It's not a enigma. But it's Uriel Yusuf El Lucron Bay, about to finish this breakfast. And like I said, man, hit me up, leave comments, drop your posts, whatever. If you're trolling, your negativity, man, I invite it all, because no attention is, listen, what is it in how they say in Hollywood, bad publicity, good publicity, no publicity, that's the worst of all. So any type of publicity, negative comments, I love it. Positive comments, I love it. Questions, all of it. So whatever it is, man, I can handle it and I can bear. People have their own minds. You choose to do what you want to do, but it goes back to one movie that I love the most. It's The Choice. And if you don't understand the choices you make in life, so what was the point of making it? Now, some of us have the understanding of the choices we make, and now we know how to use that power and to choose carefully and make things happen and manifest in the matrix. So with that, this is your boy, the Noble, Uriel, Yusufel, Luke Crom Bay, Third Eye, Eye on the Sky, Houston. Let's get it. Islam.